Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to create a Gantt chart in pretty much the fastest way that I can find, and also how to do some customization to the template that we have here. So basically this is a template. I will show you how I get to it, but essentially it is pretty comprehensive. So it has the project start dates, it has the categories, the tasks, the progress bar. You can enter the dates, start dates for each task and number of days, and then basically Excel just auto populates the progress for you. And then you see here is actually the notion for today. So if today's date change, it's going to show somewhere there. So and then it's also has a legend that shows different categories. So I found this is very good to start with. If it cannot satisfy all your needs, you can always customize it after. So let me show you how we get to this. So to do that, first you start a new Excel book, and then you go to File, New on the left hand side, and then here search for Gantt chart. And then you go search, and then usually that's what you should have seen. So I'm using Excel 2013. All of you who have Excel 2013 should have those templates ready for you. So the one that I just showed you is this one, the actual Gantt chart. So basically you just create, you just double click on it. It's going to show you this disclaimer, and then this other tab is basically the vanilla version of what I just showed you. So you can tell it has the dates. It also has a project start date. So right now it's showing some date that's very far away. So if we change it to, let's say, October 1st. October 1st. Oops, my format. Okay, I think I kind of fixed my format. Yeah, so if we change to October 1st, then you can tell this is how the template is going to show us, and then you can do the customization as you wish. So for me, when I have this template as it is now, the one customization that I would want to do is that I would actually highlight all the columns that's the weekends. I want to grade them out so that I know those days are not counted, those days are not work days. So I want to do that. Another thing that I want to do is also I want to highlight all the holidays that's there. So for example, in Canada, October the 14th is actually a public holiday, Thanksgiving. So in my Gantt chart, I actually want to also grade out the columns for the Thanksgiving, so I know that that's not a work day. So let me show you how to do that. So the first thing we want to do is the weekends. So for the weekends, what you need to do is actually first find the pattern. So the pattern here for all the cells, all the cells in the selection range, is that all the weekends for row 7 is showing S. So it's Saturday and Sunday. So if we see the S, then we know it's the weekend. So let's do the formatting based on that. So first we select the overall range, and then go to conditional formatting, create a new rule. So for the new rule, use formula to determine which cell to format. And then basically you have the equal sign, and then you click on one of the cell, usually the top left one. But what you need to pay attention here is that it's by default absolute reference. What you need to do is to make the well, actually it should be I7. Yeah. So what you need to do here is get rid of the column absolute reference, because the whole range is moving as we change the as we format. And then we say I7, which is essentially this row, equals to S. And then let's say if this meets our criteria, then our format is, you can basically format in whatever way you want, but then the way that I would like to is to just have some pattern for that. So okay, let's choose this pattern for all those cells, so I know that they grayed out. You can use a fill as well if you want, that's totally up to you. So you go okay, and then you go okay, and then here you go. So that is basically highlighting and graying out all the weekends for you, so you can easily identify which days are not accounted to your project dates. Okay, so now we have nailed down the weekends. How do we do the holidays? So let me show you. So to do that, let's first come up with a holiday example. So let's go back to my original spreadsheet. So here I have a sample list of holidays. It's a sample list of public holidays in Canada. So I will just create a new tab and then paste in my holidays. So this tab will stay in this Gantt chart as a reference. So for my dates, one thing you need to know that all the dates should be, it doesn't matter how it shows, but then you have to know that in the formula bar, it's showing the proper date. If it's something like a tax, it will not work well for the formula that we have. So that's wrong. And it's only when it's in this format that it's that our Excel is able to work with it. So it can be short day, long day. The format is totally up to you. And then you can put, and then basically you put whatever public holiday in your country, in your region, or as your organization needs. So here I'm just having a whole bunch of dates here, throwing here as an example. For example, we really don't have Father's Day off. I wish we do, but we don't. But like I'm just putting them here as an example. And then you can see Thanksgiving is October the 14th. Okay, so the next thing you need to do is to select all the dates and then go to this bar and then name it holiday. So that is a named range. Okay, so now you have done that, come back to your Gantt chart and then again select the full date range in your project chart. And then go to conditional format again, go to new rules, go to use a formula again. And then this time, what you want to do is a match function. So for the match function, it takes the date that you have. So in our case here, it's the row 5. So again, you take the absolute value off for your column reference because it goes across for all the multiple columns, but then the row will stay on the top. Like the reference is always going to be row 5. So this is I absolute value 5, reference 5, and then comma, and then you put holiday. So the holiday here actually refers to an array of dates, which is the dates that we just named. And then here you put, and then comma, you put 00 means that we want exact match. Something similar to VLOOKUP. So again, so we say if our dates here matches the dates on our list, then we again fill it. So let's say we use the same pattern. You can do whatever you want, and then you go okay. And then you see here we instantly have 2 columns added. So one is October 14th, so that's our Thanksgiving, and one is November 11th. And then that is the Remembrance Day. So let's do trick. Let's say we change the dates to October the 3rd, whatever, and then change it to November 1st. And then let's come back here, and then you can see now the holiday reference changes to October the 3rd and then November the 1st. Okay, so this is the weekend and holiday customization that I did on top of this awesome template from Microsoft Excel. I hope that this is going to be helpful to you. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you like it. If you have any question, please leave me a comment and I will talk to you very soon.